Yep.
What's going on, guys? Michael here, 360 Digital Closing Bell, live from an undisclosed location on YouTube here in Denver, Colorado. As always, I am joined by the director and publisher of Oil and Gas 360.com and executive producer of the show, Stu Turley. Stu, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day. Dallas and Texas is opening up tomorrow. Friday.
That's a great sign. We've got some really great positive coronavirus news Stu's going to talk about. It's a beautiful day here in Denver, and it's obviously we are coming to you Wednesday, April 29th. A lot of green on the board today. It's going to be a really fun show. Digital ticker's great. My one big thing, we're going to always, as always, I'm going to bring it back to ETF or EFT Twitter. But first, I need to do a little clerical work. If you are not subscribed to the 360 Digital Closing Bell on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, please pause this, stop what you're doing, finish it, pause it, and go subscribe, resubscribe, check out all the news that we have. It's the best podcast and source to follow for all energy finance news, and we really appreciate all the love we've got. Also, the Energy 360 podcast is now live by Entercom. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and we're going to start to uploading those to YouTube very soon. It is the best way to stay up to date on what's going on in the thought leadership world with energy. We have powerhouse interviews from ESG space. We talk about energy research, and the interview that we just dropped today where Sproul is nonetheless the same. So much great information. We're able to talk with Deb and Liam from there, who are both senior consultants and just experts when it comes to everything energy, and Sproul is your go-to source for all of that stuff. One of the biggest nuggets that I took away from that was 3% week over week. Traffic utilization is up, which fits in very, very nicely to the theme we have in the digital ticker. Stocks are going crazy. Everything's green. Stu's going to talk to you a little bit about why, but it's a great number. SPY 2239 up 76 points. We are almost back to the 3,000 level, which is great to see. Tech stocks again doing very well. 89.82 or about a 300 point gain for tech stocks. It was led heavy by Amazon, who's going to start pumping out more and more materials as some of this positive coronavirus news continues to come out. Dow Jones gives us 500 point increase, or about 2.2% to 24,004 or 633. 12-month, or excuse me, crude oil does very, very well, up 24% or about $3. Even on the day, up to 1537. Great news for crude oil off the back of what people were thinking was going to be that same situation with negative pricing. Again, some of this positive news that continues to come out around coronavirus is what leads the charge for oil today. 12-month strip only doing a little bit, not doing quite as well, only up 0.6% to $31.38. Natural gas doing well, up 8 cents or about 4.5% to $1.87 on our fake but not fake fund on the Energy 360 podcast, which drops every Monday and Wednesday before the market opens. I actually took out a little hedge Tuesday from my position in Bonanza Creek, took out a little insurance with natural gas. Both positions are up today as we'll move into, so it was good to see for that. 12-month strip for natural gas down 0.6% or about 20 cents to $2.89. XOP, which is our EMP securities contract, up huge today, up $5.15 or about 10% of the overall index, up to 53.60. I haven't seen XOP at 50 in a long time, so really great to see. And you want to talk about mover? OHI contract, $113.92, up $13. Remember, it was off the back of a 20-to-1 stock split, but it's up 13% relative. A huge day. And to get into a little bit of the numbers on our fake but not fake fund that we talk about on the 360 Digital Closing Bell podcast, two positions that we have specifically for me: Bonanza Creek up 8.9%, $16.29. Remember, I took out a little 90 shares long at about $14.80. Stu came in and did out the same thing, about 60 shares of Apache, up 22% or $2.38 to about $13 even. Great day for that. How's Tomcat doing, by the way?
He's doing fantastic. He got in and out, but boy, he's rolling today. So I'll tell you, he's having fun.
And give me some, and there's some news items we need to talk about.
You know what? I had never published a CNN story before. Guess what came across the news desk?
A CNN story.
Absolutely. This is one of the ones that I think impacted the whole market. Dr. Fauci went out and said there is some fantastic data on the COVID information, and it came from CNN. And they said, with the excitement of the U.S. opening up again, it's all positive. I fell over. You got to love it. And the market loved it, I think, as well, too.
The market loved it. Gilead shares actually stopped trading this morning. It was a news halting, and when I saw that come across the ticker, I was pretty pumped. You could see the overall markets sort of pumped because they knew what that halting meant. So it was great to see, and we'll be looking for a CNN article out on www.oilandgas360.com. Before we move into my one big thing, the lawyers make us say this so we don't get sued. As always, any investment advice we give on the show is for entertainment purposes only. Everyone here on the show invests for our own account and do not manage any outside money. We do not give investment advice. We do not offer any securities or any involvement in the regulated side of the industry. And remember, investing is always risky and you can lose your entire principal. That being said, though, if you are actually trading, there is some crazy stuff going on right now when it comes to Whiting Petroleum. And first, this is one reason why you need to be on Twitter and follow EFT. If you do not follow that hashtag, you will miss out. This is stuff that comes down. And to give you an example of some craziness that is happening, Whiting Petroleum, as we know, has declared bankruptcy. Their shares are trading about 10 times their implied value. So how does that work out? How do you know that? So basically what happens is debt holders own about 97% of all the outstanding debt on Whiting, which means when the restructure happens, people who own unsecured notes, which is the debt, are going to get 97% of the new equity that's given out whenever they clear bankruptcy. 3%, which is left over, is going to be given to the people who currently own stock in that. But guess what? If you wanted to buy 1% of the debt, which would get you 1% of new equity in this company, it would cost you $2.4 million. A decent chunk of change, but it's not going to kill you. You want to buy 1% currently on the open stock that converts to 3%, you would have to spend 30. What is the price? $30.6 million, or about 10x. Moral of the story is, people, do not get in on Whiting right now. They are not only are they overvalued, they're about to go bankrupt. You're going to have nothing. You don't know when the dip is going to come. So please watch yourself on Whiting and always check the unsecured note value. That's going to tell you the whole story. And with that, we're going to let you guys get back to work. Thank you for checking out the 360 Digital Closing Bell here in this beautiful April 29th, 2020. We'll see you guys tomorrow.